We're Host Anchor, and you're watching Good Company.
Good Company!
Hey guys, my name is Scott Bowling, and you're watching Good Company. Today we have Hope's Anchor. Swift is making his return. He brought the rest of his band. We're missing Harry, right?
Yeah.
What happened with Harry?
He's on his anniversary celebration in New York. NYC. I mean, so we told him, do not cancel that if you want to stay married.
That's important, dude.
Yeah.
Who else we got here? We got Swift and we got
Ray Helms on guitar.
Yes.
Jeff Wood.
Jeff Wood. Jeff Wood has run sound for me in the past. He's like one of those guys that can do everything. So you need one of those people in the
we
band.
call him the mechanic.
Do you?
Yeah, in our band. He does everything. I mean,
Yeah.
he's the problem solver. Like I was telling you off camera, he's the guy that will find the solution when we're all running frantic around the place. He'll be like, everybody calm down. I got an idea. And it always ends up being right.
How'd you guys find him?
We were recording in his basement. I think last time I was sitting here like a big dum-dum and going,
yeah, and I remember this.
We met Jeff somewhere. It was, and then I was like, oh, we was recording in his basement. That's how, but I knew Jeff for, oh gosh, Jeff, what, 20 years?
Yeah, way back in the day.
Way back in the day, he was in another band. I can't remember it now.
Back then, it was Ajax Heavies.
Ajax Heavies, yes.
Great band.
And
Great title.
we done a lot of shows together, and then we would periodically talk a lot. But the real glue in all of that, and kind of what kept us together over the years, was Corey Lowry. I mean, he was friends with Jeff. I was friends with Corey. I knew Jeff. Actually, my wife was at his wedding, which is really hilarious. But
Corey and I started a studio together, and years later that took us down. He was producing bands part and full time, and then these guys were at the house doing the newest 6 songs they had, and
the Light Switch, right? Was it Light Switch?
no, before that.
Okay, before that. All right.
And we missed each other the whole week or so they were there. Literally in my own house, I couldn't run into them, and heard the songs when they were done.
funny.
And their drummer left right after it was finished, and I was listening to it. I'm like, man, I love that stuff. He's like, well, their drummer just quit. So I was a bass player at the time, so wheels started turning, and Corey's like, I had an idea. And it was he's like, wait a minute, why don't you do this? And so that came out of Corey, but it was funny. It's a real small world. Swift and I knew each other years ago, but I didn't know Harry and Ray, but all of it, because Corey Lowry, the 6 degrees of separation.
Dude, he's the best with that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you were originally a bass player, right?
Yeah.
Can you play guitar as well?
Not enough to talk about.
Yeah.
He's lying.
In the band, who writes these songs? And like, do you write all the lyrics? And do you have somebody that writes the music, or is it group effort?
I do write a lot of lyrics, but for the most part, we all write together. I'm very open about writing, especially like here lately, because what we did, we were smart, and before all of this became a train wreck, we sat down with a lawyer, and we decided to divide everything up 4 ways.
Wow.
No matter 100% equal. So when Ray is not playing guitar and I'm laying down lyrics or whatever, he's still gonna get credit.
Yeah.
Wow.
But no, he will. So, no, but on a serious note, we do like splash things together sometimes. If I get stuck,
Yeah, there's no real formula.
There's
it
no
really
real
is all over
formula,
the place.
no.
Harry writes a lot, and Ray writes a lot.
yeah, Harry he came up with a lot of songs on the last record and some on this.
I think we've been blessed a lot, though. The first 15 minutes of every rehearsal for the past, since 2008, the first 15 minutes,
We were
once everybody tunes up,
Yeah.
something just happens and some idea just happens, and we always record all of our rehearsals.
Oh, I was going to ask you that.
We
Yeah,
capture
that's smart.
That's how the
capture
majority
ideas.
of all of them are written.
Yeah,
Oh,
first
cool.
15 minutes, a new riff comes out, and all of a sudden, we got a chorus, we got bridge, and we have a song.
And I may hum I'll
melody.
come up with a good melody. Or if I don't say anything, then we don't really record it.
Yeah. If I can
usually-
get him to move after all 20 years, if I can get him to start, ooh,
Yeah,
if
I'll
it's
go,
fresh after 20
Ray,
years.
play that again.
You never
And
played
then-
that again.
Yeah.
But if nothing like comes out of me, usually I'll stop and be like, all
All
right.
right, that was no good.
That was,
So during rehearsal, you're such a great frontman. When you're rehearsing, do you just keep it cool the whole time, or do you get into it like you're live?
I'm the same way.
Man, you can
Yeah,
do it. You're
at
a great
rehearsal.
frontman,
Oh,
man.
thank you.
Underrated.
I appreciate
love
that.
like the move, the dance. I mean, it's cool.
You know, that really came from all those years of touring with the legend. That's something that really, you really can't be taught that, because he's one of those guys. I mean, and I'm talking about Little Richard. He's one of those dudes that, you know, he's from the hard knock stage. You know, you coming in through the kitchen and performing and going back out. So you had to really be talented. So me being 19 and I got the job singing back up and touring with him, it was like he was throwing everything in the kitchen sink at me to do. Oh, I want you to dance tonight. No, I want you to sing. I mean, so it was
versatile.
like, you know, and you had to rise to the occasion or you wouldn't, you know. So 15 years of never knowing what was coming at me, you just always had to be prepared. It kind of like developed me into that type of artist. And then also, there was little things like seeing David Bowie backstage, live on stage, and then seeing James Brown like up close where you watching him and he's dancing and he winks at you like, and you're like, holy crap. You know, and you catching all of that stuff and you seeing the tricks of the trade of the masters, man.
There's something about like when you're on stage is like owning the stage. Like, did that take a while to learn? You know, because I mean, you got the confidence. You know.
I don't know. I mean, I just
So you just
always
feel
did
confident.
it.
You come out there and
I just always did it. When you get those butterflies, and you know, all right, it's time to do it. I mean, every time I get butterflies right before I go out on stage, and I mean, for me, I'm just speaking from my point of view of this storybook we have. I've always surrounded myself with like-minded people like that. I mean, and Ray, he's one of the guys that I've been hanging out with for a long time. We had a previous band with Jay. You remember Jay?
Yeah,
He came here, and
And it was a show band. I mean, that's what it was all about.
yeah.
Two guys, frontmen, just dancing and just lighting it up. So we had to step our game up. Like, oh, well, I can't just stand here and play guitar. I got to play, you know.
How long have you been playing guitar, Ray?
Since probably 1985.
Wow.
Yeah. Actually, I saw when it came out, Back to the Future, and when McFly plugs in the guitar in that big speaker and boom hits a chord and it blows him across it. I went home that night and there was a guitar.
You tried that?
Yeah, I did 100%.
He tried that last night.
I believe that.
My
I try
parents-
that every show.
My parents had a Fender Bassman, 1963 Fender Bassman piggyback, and it's a classic amp. And I went home, I turned it up all the way up, and I tried to get it to do it, and it just wouldn't do it. So I got distortion pedals, and I've been playing ever since. It's been amazing.
He was one of the guys, like, I remember when we were auditioning him and he shows up. We were at CJ's Landing in Buckhead, and we put this ad. We was going to Europe and touring and all this stuff, and he shows up. I hope I don't get you in
No,
trouble.
you can go ahead.
This was a long time ago for your wife.
Yes.
So he shows up, he has this girl, and he sits down this pitch of beer, and then he gets up there, and like we were like really silly. We had all the guys up there playing at once, all the guitar players. He just starts wailing. I mean, and then goes into this funk riff, and it was like everyone else just moved away. And I was like, I love this dude.
Yeah.
First of all, he had the balls to show up with, in his Mustang, Corvette.
Of course.
And, he still has a Corvette. And
nothing but
hops out with this hot chick, slams a pitcher of beer down on the thing and gets up there and plays like crazy.
Hey,
and we've been together ever since.
That was a long time ago, and you
Yes, it was.
you guys were going looking around. Who's a drummer? And people, all right, you're on stage. Who's a bass player? You guys
yeah,
were just
yeah.
picking random people to get
Yeah.
up and just play, and I'm like, all right, let's go. So I just started
Slam the pitcher of beer?
Yeah, I put the I didn't drink the pitcher of beer. I just put the beer down. And
Yeah, he
got
made
on
sure.
Stage. Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
Went up there. But, you know, so I'm saying all that to say, like, I mean, even with Jeff,
Chemistry.
the chemistry
is
has been
crucial
This is
for
probably
a
the
band.
best band I've ever been in my life. And I was with Jay for years, and he's still one of my closest friends, but something about this band has just been phenomenal. I mean, I can't explain it.
Yeah,
It's
hard
a
to
God
explain.
gift for sure. I mean,
It's a delicate pH balance.
It
for
is.
sure. Like
Yeah.
it really
see
makes
what I'm
it work.
saying? You
Yeah,
see what I'm
man.
talking about? He's the solution
Yeah,
guy.
yeah. pH balance.
I might be.
It is, though. It's-
high
Yeah,
strung.
yeah. It's like a swimming pool.
I might
Don't be
do
so
it.
hard on yourself.
How do you guys hooked up with Harry, man?
Harry,
The bass
well,
player. He's not here.
Harry and I were going to the same church, and I was leading worship, and this is what he said. I was up there doing a U2 song, and I came out with this red velvet jacket, right, and like these red shoes, these red boots, and I was like, oh yeah, I remember that. And I came out, and I was singing, "Ladies and Gentlemen, welcome to the show," at church, right? And it was some series we was doing, and he was like, I want to hang out with that dude. And so, weird enough, they was auditioning the bass players, and the worship leader called me and was like, hey man, you got to come check out this bass player. And I was like, okay. And I get there, and he was playing this song by Hillsong, which is a hard song. It's called Solution. It has this bass run.
Yeah.
Right? And he hadn't even practiced the song. The guy he was gonna replace was standing there calling out the notes, and this fool was playing it and was like, and slapping. I was like, oh my gosh.
And at that point,
so
he had not been playing bass.
He had not
kinda,
been
like,
playing
put it in
bass.
a case and put it away. And
Oh, really?
He
He
was
took a
had
little break from it,
family and stuff going on. And
yeah, it was the
His wife
weirdest-
didn't even know they played bass.
Right, she's like,
Oh,
don't
really?
you play something?
Don't you play an instrument?
I wish he was here to tell that story, but he was like, yeah, I play
funny.
bass. And so he came in, he did that, and it blew me away. We started talking, and here's the funny story. So we were gonna be, let me take a breath here. Lenny Kravitz tribute band.
Nice.
I had the
Yeah.
dreads.
Yeah.
I wish I had,
had the
picture.
dreads? You need to
I
bring
had
them
the
back, dude.
dreads. I had the shade. I had the body.
You did?
But
Yeah.
Back then.
thanks. But it was. We were gonna be Lenny Kravitz tribute.
I
band.
love Lenny Kravitz.
And me too.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah, great
did
music.
my wife. So I thought,
Yeah.
I could be Lenny, honey.
Dude,
you know.
yeah.
But now there's tribute bands everywhere.
Yeah.
Right,
We were
right.
ahead of our time with that
We
idea.
were, and
Can you guys bring it back? A couple of Lenny songs? Just throw one
I
in a
think we
set?
should do
We
that.
should.
Yeah,
do
We
dude.
should do that. Yeah.
But we were at
It's
Rick's
time.
house.
We was at Rick's house when we did that. Rick, Catherine would say
Oh,
never.
yes. Rick, yeah. Say never.
Yeah, so we
Just had him on.
we started that little thing together, and it was a train wreck. It really was. It was horrible. Here we were rededicating our life to Christ, and it was just not a good place. We were still, I'll never
We
forget.
played a gig in
Yeah,
Augusta.
sorry, Rick. I'm ready to tell this story, but
Yes, Rick.
He's supposed to be here tonight.
Well,
but he's
yeah,
not, so you
yeah,
can't.
so-
What you get for not being
yeah.
there.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we do this show with Rick, Jeff, and his wife was managing us at the time, Lisa, and we get to where were we?
I think it was
Conyers?
it was Augusta.
Augusta, Georgia, and Rick forgot his drums.
Oh, how do you forget your drums?
He was the drummer.
No, yeah. I think it was it the snare or the
No,
cymbals
he
or
forgot
The whole thing?
The whole
He's
thing.
like,
he
I
had
thought
a
it was in
snare.
your
He
car,
just
kinda.
he just had the snare.
Yeah, he had like one
Snare. He forgot the drums, and we were like, "This is not gonna work."
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It was awesome, but we've been friends ever since. But that was like, so then Harry had a song called "Bend."
Great song.
Great song. It was about his son who has autism, and he played. He was like, "Well, man, look, I know that Lenny Kravitz crap ain't gonna work. I got a song," and he started playing it, and I stopped him. I was like, "I gotta record that." And he's like, "What do you mean?" He's like,
I
"He
don't
just
even know
met
you.
I was like, "No." I said, "No, don't worry about it. I'm recording that song." He's like, "What?" I said, "No. We're gonna record it together." I was like, "It's okay. I'm gonna call Ray. Let me call Ray." And then I called Corey, and I was like, "Hey,
Corey
man."
Lowry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Corey Lowry. And I was like, "Dude, I'm ready to get in the studio. Let's go." and I got a great song. And of course, Corey got it together. It was like, all right, that's way too many words. This, and that. And he kind of put it all together. And it turned out great. We won an award for it at
Video, yeah.
International Christian
That's
Film
amazing.
Festival.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we were blown away by that.
Yeah. Well, the
Took us
song
a-
was written for the right.
It was written
Yeah,
for the
it's a
right
powerful
reason.
song.
It's a very powerful
Didn't
song.
you guys record a video for it, or like talk where he talks about it or something?
Yes.
Yeah.
we did a whole video about
It's
it.
on
It's like a-
hopesanchorband.com.
Oh, nice. Good plug
A
right
regular
there.
video, then there's a
Thinker Band.
testimony
The
version.
business
Yes.
There's
Yeah.
Some of the testimony in the middle of it.
That's awesome.
Explains it.
Do you guys play that at church? I can't remember if I asked you.
We did play that at church. We did play that at Revolution Church a few years ago. It was a while back. But when it first came out and we played that at our church, that was really nice of them, very humbling to allow us to do that.
We're more of a Sunday night worship band.
Right.
Yeah.
The Sunday morning
Do you
we're a
guys
little
all
too
go-
edgy.
Yeah. Do you guys go to church together, or is it separate?
No, we
Four
go
different churches?
4 different
Four different
churches,
churches,
which
yeah.
is really crazy. How we still ended up being a band and swinging back around. Jeff came along at the right time. He put in the work to practice, and he was like, I can play drums a little bit, but I'll try. And he showed up that first day, and he nailed it. And
Yeah,
we were
yeah.
like, he's like, all right, y'all don't have to be nice. Well, yeah, you was kind of wrong on that one part, but then there's that.
Hey, that one drum fill.
Make
you got-
around that field come around on that chorus. You
That was
know.
tough for a minute.
But you ended up going back and retracking all the drums on the first record too, right?
Yeah. That session they were doing at the house, I went back. I'm like, if I'm going to play this stuff,
Yeah.
I want to play it. So I
I'm in
went
the
back.
band, I'm
It's
gonna
my
be on
studio, so
everything.
Yeah.
went back in and retracked the
makes
drums on
sense.
it and kind of made it my own.
Now I've seen you guys a couple of times. You open up for Stryper, and then you open up for Michael Sweet. What's your connection with Michael Sweet and the Stryper
That
guys?
was like an accident waiting to happen.
Yeah, I had reached out to Center Stage when I saw that they were coming, and I was like, well, we'd be a perfect
Yeah.
fit to play with them. And believe it or not, they answered and like 2 days later and said, yeah, we got you. You got the gig.
Wow.
And then I said, hey guys, we got the gig. And Jeff's like, yeah, but I'm gonna be in Jamaica.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, we didn't think we was gonna get it.
Yeah,
Honestly,
you never
We
knew.
was
You just
like,
send them music and that's it. An email. And,
I sent them an EPK and a little
Ham sandwich.
a ham sandwich,
Yeah.
and just requesting to be.
And Lisa's very
show
sweet. You
sport.
met her.
yeah, at least.
Yeah.
Oh, she's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then we had a little, then we were in a little pickle because we didn't.
Good thing they had about 7 or 8 or 9 or 10 drummers before that.
Yeah.
So I actually reached out to a still close friend that had played in
Yeah.
the band before or whatever, and he filled in for me.
Did he?
Chris Brake, great guy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Came
Did you
in.
guys just practice with him a few times? And
One
run through 'em?
time.
One
And-
time.
In one rehearsal.
Yeah, we just said, hey, which ones do you remember?
Yeah.
And
Okay.
he was like, and we only had 25 minutes
We gave
anyway.
him some fresh stuff. He had to learn some stuff. We
Yeah.
didn't just,
Yeah.
here's the records.
Well, he had
we
been
play it
keeping
like
up
this.
with a lot
Yeah.
of stuff, so
And then you guys also did the acoustic show
Yeah.
at 37 Main. And
that was
Yeah, that
really
was long
fun.
ago.
Yeah,
That
was
was
great.
that was
Scully,
the
Scully, right?
Yeah, Scully.
Scully, yeah, I
Entertainment.
know him. He's a good guy.
Real good guy.
He's a friend of ours, but that was an opportunity to really get to know Michael intimately, and he was phenomenal, man. He was very open, very, and I told him, I said, dude, you got to understand what you guys did. Like, you created an avenue, like, the music they was doing back then in the Christian world was like, and they're like the God, like, I told him, I compared it to Little Richard. I said, you guys were like the innovators, the architects of that style of music for Christian music.
Yep.
There's no other band. You can research and go back. There's no other band that was doing that. They were
Absolutely.
the first one.
First
to,
Christian band on MTV too,
Yeah.
And MTV
I mean,
hardly ever
seriously,
played them.
like they broke through. I mean,
Kicked
to
the
have
doors
the
down, right?
outfits
Yeah, absolutely.
and the charisma on stage, and Michael Sweet with his vocals. Good Lord,
Yeah.
Still good.
still good.
killing it.
Yeah, we watched him sound check,
Yeah.
and those harmonies were like money.
Striper's great.
They're really phenomenal.
Did you guys hear Rich Ward did a song with Michael Sweet called 10, man? It's awesome.
I haven't heard that one.
Yeah, it's good, man. You guys should hook up with Michael Sweet. You're friends with him. You should be on the album, man.
Yeah, I think
Get
that'd
you-
be
get you on
great.
the
You hear
song.
that, Michael? So,
I know it.
you know Scott. You know
Swift.
us. We know Rich. Rich actually played on the demo part of "Devil Be Gone" on the song we did with us.
that's cool. Yeah. So
he
let's talk
played
about that.
ripping solo.
Oh, okay. Is
So
that
like
on
a chainsaw coming through that? Just
It's on Light Switch.
Light Switch? Okay, there we
Yeah.
go. This is your new album too, right?
Yeah.
So Rich Ward's on here playing, yeah.
yeah. He played the original,
He played the demo
demo
solo.
solo.
That'll be
Okay.
gone.
and then he ended up finishing it. But his riffs are still undertones of what Ray's playing.
That's cool, man. Is it intimidating playing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's a
it-
great player.
He phenomenal. He the Duke.
Duke of Metal.
Yeah.
He's
Corey
still,
and I sent
still
it.
good
We
friends
sent
of
it to him. I
ours.
was like, I just need this to be like just nasty. And it came back. I'm like, that's exactly
Yeah,
what
it was
I
like
expected.
some-
Yeah, yeah.
Pretty nasty.
Yeah, it was great, man. He did a great job.
I mean, just it was nasty. I'll send it to you. Let you. know.
Yeah, I want to hear it, man. Being in the studio with like Corey Lowry, man, that's got to be intimidating too, man. He's really intense. I mean, he knows what he's doing.
He is. But
He's got his own style for
he's
sure.
gotten a
right?
little softer as he's gotten older. You know,
That's it.
he's not as
no, he
mean.
hasn't.
No.
I interviewed the guys from Crowbot, and he just produced them, and
Yeah.
and they had
Yeah, I know.
so
They're-
many stories about it. They're like, the dude doesn't eat, like, and he's
Yeah.
just.
You
it's
wonder
how
what's
intense he
going
is.
on, man. It's
It's
like
intense.
Yeah, and
Slave
he knows
driver.
what the song needs. Like before I would even see what he was what he was envisioning. You know, he just knows what the song needs and what it doesn't need. Most importantly, you know when to play lay back and then less is more kind of stuff. And
He's like family too. I mean,
Yeah.
I've known Corey for years, but with this band, he's been part of that process.
he also
since the
writes
beginning.
too. He
point.
writes lyrics too.
So his
Yeah.
thumbprints and everything, and his so there's
Everything.
is interesting. It's just kind of like the other. You know, he knows what's good at. He's good at herding cats. Which in this
Yeah,
band,
yeah.
We
pushed
four
him
guys
to his
going in
limit,
4
though.
different directions. but-
Yeah, we
we
pushed him
pushed
pretty
him to his
hard
limit.
before.
Yeah, most of the times.
yeah,
And he was like, "All right."
yeah.
You know he's tired if you can make him take a lunch break.
Yeah, that's true. You know, he's tired.
Stop and get something to eat.
So but I always like working one-on-one. So when these guys are not around, I get to work with Corey one-on-one because a lot of his vocal arrangements, first of all, getting to those are like, you know, you're like, what? Sing what? He's like, you're like, huh?
Yeah, Corey has
We
his
call
own
it-
language.
Yeah, he has his own
Yeah,
language
yeah,
in the
yeah,
studio. I wanna go. And you're like, what? I'll try.
The drum
and you,
voice.
And you go in, and then he does the same things with drums
Yeah,
too.
and
He's
I was
like,
gonna
guitar.
say that.
"Shaka do, whoop, wop."
Everybody does that to a drum. I play drums, so it's like just play the kakadoom, taka. All right,
That's drum.
You're
Yeah.
like, got it.
got it. Yeah.
And if you don't get the guitar part right, which is intimidating, he'll just be like, "Let me see."
Oh yeah.
Okay, I need you to.
Or
check
it's
your check
not
out.
even necessarily getting the part right, but like just
Right, not
just kind of
necessarily.
a different melody or just kind of a flip flop of
It's a weird. It could
It's
be a
real-
melody where you're not used to transitioning to or something that you'd
at,
be like,
at
"What is
first
that?"
a younger me would be like, no, I'm not giving you my guitar. Now I'm like, yeah, man, Corey, play it. What are you thinking, man? What,
That's good, man.
That's
That's
releasing
wise.
your ego and
He's gonna
and-
bring the best of you
yeah,
out.
Take
Absolutely.
why
Yeah,
would you
that's a good
not
thing.
take somebody else's idea and then enhance it your way, and then now you've got something magical. You
Good
know?
point. And when you
Otherwise-
guys meet, Corey, do you have all your songs ready for him, or are you guys writing in the studio with him?
All
we
over the
we
place.
have
All
we
over the
we
place.
we're thinking they're ready.
Yeah.
I mean when we go, we're like, man, these are good. And he's like,
We use that one part of the song.
yeah, we'll use that one part. And he's like, all right, guys, I rewrote this whole section. Listen to it. You're like, damn, that's good. How do you do that?
Yeah.
But at the same time, now we're gonna present our new record. It shall be completely done and rehearsed and ready. Y'all gotta edit this part, I think. I don't know, should I tell it? But it will be together, and then we're gonna go to Corey and say, all right, now you do it. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just joking.
No, you do it.
Don't mess with the ingredients.
No, I'm not gonna mess with the magic is
Yeah.
there. He's like the fifth member of
He
the
really
band.
is.
Yeah, that's
I
great.
mean, he's our biggest fan too, and that's
We tried to get him to play guitar, and he kind of missed the opportunity, and he had to settle for Seether.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
What was he thinking?
I know.
I don't know.
Bad career move, but he had his chance.
Hope St.
Corey. We
Chris,
tried to help you out, man. You went with Seether instead. I mean,
I think it's working out okay though. I think-
He'll be okay.
You guys have any like live shows coming up?
we do. We got one November 16th and 17th.
And 17th, yeah.
17th. We just completed quite a few though, and then I'm going to Africa. Coming up October
That's
25th
awesome. Yeah.
through November the 4th. And I'm going to get a chance to hang out with Jan Smith. I don't know if you know who that is. Jan Smith has like done every,
Vocal coach.
she's a vocal coach, a very
cool.
famous vocal coach. She's, I mean, I can't think of anyone she hasn't worked with.
Bieber
but-
and Britney, and I mean just
Usher.
And you're gonna work with her?
Well, we're going on the same mission trip together,
Oh,
and we're going to
nice.
be leading worship while we're over there. So that's going to
that's
be
you get
cool.
to sing with her.
Yeah, I get to sing with her.
You gotta get a film that, man. I want to see it.
Yeah, I'll
be
make
awesome.
sure to do that. So that's going to be fun. That's exciting. It was something I was just praying through, and we were kind of trying to figure out what foundation or just something where we could latch onto and be a part of outside of the worship that we're doing in our music. We want to also latch onto something that
Cause, right?
yeah, a great cause that we could be a part of. Serve International is from Georgia, and they feed people here. They fed over 1,900 folks here in Georgia, and then they go to Africa, and then they feed people there as well. And just like $30 feeds like a ton of people. You know, it's just really crazy how much we spend on food, and it's like a meal for 100 people in Kenya.
Was it $30?
$30.
Fed
300 or
amount of
something
people,
like
yeah.
that.
Wow,
300
that's
people.
amazing.
Isn't that crazy?
When this thing comes out, I definitely want to have like links to all that what you're saying, man. so
Yeah,
people
I
can,
definitely give you, because it's an ongoing thing. It's just, it's my turn to be a part of it now. I prayed a year ago, hey God, just use me in any capacity outside of what I'm doing at church, but just something substantial. Now, when it came down the pipe for me to do it, I was like, well, no, that's not really what I was talking about. I wasn't talking about going to Africa for 12 days. I was just saying maybe, you know,
That's the way it works, isn't it?
it is the way it works.
And so, last thing, you guys are gonna play a song today. What's the song called?
It's called Rain.
Rain, yeah. So who wrote Rain? What's that song about?
That was one of those things again. We
started
kind of
playing the riff.
Playing a riff. I kind of had that song buried in me, and it's about growing up in church, and you know, as a kid, you don't really know. You know, you're at Sunday school, you're spending your little tithe money on candy and just being silly. And we talked about if we would have known what we knew now growing up, that maybe we would have applied it a little bit more. But at the same time, we're celebrating the fact that we're glad we were growing up in church, and that made us the man who we are today. So that song is about growing up in church and remembering those days. So as you became a man, you were able to apply that with your family, your children, and
Wow, that's
your
amazing.
friends and stuff. So that's what that song is about.
It's off the
right?
first record too. We've been playing this one for a little while. It's a good song.
It's a great song, man. Well, hey guys, I appreciate you guys being on the show. Is there anything else you want to add?
Yeah, we're gonna get. Are we gonna have a special guest?
We're gonna have a special guest, but we should. I don't know if we should make it a surprise or we just. You can announce it now or not.
No.
The guest doesn't even know the song, but we're gonna have him on there.
It'll be great.
His name is Ray.
It rhymes. Yeah,
That's not this Ray.
yeah. It's not,
Not this
Ray.
Ray. Yeah, it's a cooler Ray.
He was.
That
In,
was-
yeah, there you go.
no, but yeah, well,
He's
we're
in a
excited.
little band called Korn, maybe.
That's a small
Yeah,
band.
maybe.
And once again, we're trying to boost people's career.
However
You
we
know,
can.
however we can. It's
Corey missed
it's
his
what
shot.
we do.
Sorry, Corey. Thanks for having us, guys.
Thank you guys for having me, man. Appreciate
problem,
having
Scott.
me. I said having me.
No,
Thank you guys.
haven't you? It's good
Thanks
to
for
see
letting me be
you.
on your show. Yeah. Ray, I appreciate it.
Again,
Jeff always.
you
dude.
know, we're always
Jeff always
trying
has
to
the sound
help.
here. It's awesome. Yeah, again, yeah. I really like what you've done with the setup. It's really nice.
Oh yeah, well, thanks. Man.
Thanks again, man.
No
Hope's
problem.
Anchor.
We appreciate it.